It was Halloween night, 2018. Garuda Kupo sits at home in his apartment with his dog Snake, playing Cowboy Adventure and watching Goosebumps on Netflix. It's been a long grind and his hands are sore. Damn, there goes attempt number 96. Attempt number 97 begins rather unfruitfully. 3, 2, 1, go! The cowboy dashes. Jump, jump, jump. Not a bad angle. 2 more jumps and through the arrows. Clean. What's up, guys? I'm Garuda Kupo and you're watching Cowboy Adventure. I've always wondered if there was a quicker cycle on this part here, but I haven't managed to find it yet, so we're stuck with the slow version. And actually, right there, I get really stuck in some terrain. That never happened to me right there before. First time for everything, I guess. And this level, it's mainly just annoying because all the jumps are way harder than they look, and you can really land on the wall and get terribly stuck on the terrain of these rocks, but not too much trouble. Now we're coming to a level that seemed to be a bit of a roadblock for some of my casual friends trying out this game, although Potato Salad in particular was able to conquer this level and a few more after this. It's routed pretty well, which is nice, you know, very linear level. I slow down quite a bit on these blades though, which is a little unfortunate. Now we come to the old Coffin Hop, one of my favorite levels, just because of how linear and well routed it is. We can see a lot of spooky skeletons in the background. And up here, when I'm running on this second long piece, you can really kind of see how poorly this game handles. Like, I really almost fall, like I took everything in my power to not fall off there. But not too much trouble. I start sprinting right away in this level, which is good. Lets me get the earliest possible cycle and a gold split. You know, it's not quite perfect where I ran around that fire, but definitely a gold split. Moving right along. Alright, this is probably my least favorite level in the run. In my splits it's called the Annoying Rooks. This part up here at the beginning is pretty annoying, but not nearly as annoying as these things. The hitboxes on those spinning blades are hugely unforgiving in this section, and this platforming is just a real pain. But after just having to go through it so many times, I can do it without messing up too badly. And I don't really slow down here much, which is nice. But these arrows could definitely be a little faster. And I believe I run right into the gate there, funny mistake. And I missed the early cycle on this level too, so there's actually a good amount that could be improved. See, I have to wait here again because I missed that early cycle. And then I just wait here because I'm scared. And these pins, you'll see them a few times throughout the run. They're one of the worst obstacles to deal with. And for some reason, these arrows in this later level are easier than any other arrows we've faced so far, so very, very simple. This level's pretty fun. I think I do it pretty well. I do slow down a little bit for these blades again. That's a recurring theme throughout the run. And I kind of missed the cycle there a little bit, but you know, I'm able to make it through without too much fuss. Now we come to one of the longer levels, the Axe and Saw Labyrinth. I die on this level so much in practice, but you know, we in there. There's actually, you can't sprint past this obstacle, which is interesting, because you may notice here when the cowboy sprints, he jams his elbows out to the side, and there's a few times throughout the run where that'll actually cause some issues, some unexpected deaths. Yeah, I really could have cleaned up a lot of the corners in this run now that I'm watching it again, but you know, it works. Yeah, this part can be a little tricky, but if you know what you're doing, you know, you can get through without too much trouble. And I almost die there, but I make it through. So this is the level where I make my first major mistake of the run. As you can see, I'm not even quite going full speed, but I run straight into the pit. Luckily, though, it wasn't the worst time loss, because I died pretty near the start of the level. So I'll just get through there. And I did come to this at a good point in the cycle, so I can sprint right through. And these blades, again, look, see, I almost die there on my foot. It's really amazing that I didn't, to be honest, given the nature of some of these hitboxes and hurtboxes. You may notice I keep sprinting right there, which is kind of weird. It's one of the only pieces of terrain where that happens. Normally it just cancels your sprint when you do pretty much anything. But, you know, exception to the rule. Here's one of the scarier parts of the whole run, to be honest. Not right here, but just this section where you're trying to cross these arrows without hitting that saw. You have to wait just a second in the perfect spot. And the way the Cowboy accelerates and decelerates can be pretty awkward, so you really gotta get used to the janky physics of this game to clear some of these levels. I start sprinting again right away there, which is nice because it lets me like barely slow down through those knives, which is great. You know, makes this split pretty manageable. And I get through there without slowing down really, and you know, I could have timed that a little better, but it's fine. I actually do wait for these arrows. It's possible to go faster, and same with these arrows, but you know, I get through. And then I slow down up here again too. So honestly, this level is very not clean, but I don't actually die, so that's really the big part. You know, this is one of my favorite levels actually when it goes well. But here in this particular run, it's probably my biggest source of time loss because I die like an idiot right here. Yeah, I remember that correctly, and I actually die one more time, I think. Yep. But from here on out, it's smooth sprinting, and that's why we named the split that. See, I sprint, jump, and sprint that way, jump, jog and get past the fire, and I slow down just a tad here because, you know, scaredy cat. And I slow down the most I ever have on these arrows, to be honest. Never even in practice did I wait that many cycles, so that was a little odd, which ended up throwing me off at these saw blades too. Normally I can just run right through, but honestly, the main issue with this run is, for now, limiting deaths until we really push that time down to more like a 6:30, 6:20, and then we can start really optimizing these angles and such. But up until I just get perfectly deathless, and then, you know, not making small mistakes, and then optimizing from there, this run has a long way to go. Obviously, this is the first world record we've done, and I just cleared that section without too much difficulty, which is pretty cool because in casual play, that's probably the hardest part of the game. I fall off there, but I don't really lose any time, so that's fine. And these last couple jumps here are actually weirdly hard. Like, that's really easy to die to. If you don't sprint off that box at the perfect time, it's really easy to die to. Sometimes this thing catches you, but sometimes it seems to have no hitbox, and these hitboxes are really vertical. Like, I almost died twice there, but time. There we go. Cowboy Adventure in 7:17.1. Shoutouts to Edgelord 2000, shoutouts to Big Daddy D and Potato Salad, shoutouts to Burn from back home in Belleville. And perhaps most importantly, if you think you could beat my time, please do so. This has been Kupo. Peace out, yo.